I generated 4 million views and multiple 5 figures revenue with this X account, and I did this by just writing simple tweets. And now I'm going to show you the 9 best tweet types that worked best for me so that you can copy them and grow your account fast. But at the same time, these also work really well for monetizing your audience on X. So let's start. The first one is the repetition tweets, and these are basically, I think, the longer form version of platitudes, and these work really well for getting out of views, and you can still get personal with them. So as you can see, I'm repeating the same thing and I'm just changing something, so it's just like you are repeating the same thing but adding something new. Most people think that these repetitions would make it boring, but actually it's not, because it actually makes it easier to read, and with it has a pattern. So when it has a pattern and it's like predictable, it actually makes people easier to read. So that's why these tweets work well, and you can get a lot of views with them if you basically do it well. And at the same time, you can always plug your newsletter and things like that. And since these are a bit longer, you can also get a little bit personal and build relationships with these tweets, as well as getting a lot of views. So the next one and the second one is, this is what I call motivational tweets. These don't have like in-depth technical stuff or that much like authority. These are also kind of like longer version of platitude tweets, but with these ones, like, you can basically make people feel good and you can motivate people. So in this case, I'm saying that like you don't have to wait for the permission and you can just do it. And at the same time, I'm getting like a little bit personal. So you may also call this maybe a personal tweet, but I think this is more like a motivational tweet. So I also have a lot of motivational tweet examples if you want to look at them. But I think this is a good example of motivational tweets. So these tweets also usually do well because these tweets are actually easy to engage with for other people, and when you get a lot of engagement, of course you get more views, more traction. So I also really like to incorporate these motivational tweets as much as I can, because it's basically good to make people feel good while they are scrolling. So that's why these work well. And the third type of tweet is the personal tweet. This is one of my favorites. So as you can see in this tweet, I'm talking about my visit to London, and I put a personal post, like personal picture. These personal picture, I think, really add depth to the personal post, because a picture is worth like 1,000 words, they say. So it's really important to like add the picture. And now like people can get to know me better, like I'm traveling in London, and or maybe other stuff. I have a lot of personal posts. I usually post once a day, and now they can basically follow my journey and like see me, my personal picture, things like that. And these posts also usually do really well, and they build relationships. These are also really important for getting clients, because I always ask my clients like why they chose me, and they always both tell the results, but at the same time they tell something personal. So people, you like, really look at your personal stuff and they decide to like you or not. And as well as the trust, likability is really important when it comes to monetization and getting out of views. And these personal posts build your likability and also build relationships. So these are very important. And the fourth type of post is that the authority post. So this is an example of authority post. And with my authority posts, I usually like to start with something negative so that people are more tempted to read. I think this is a good example for like having a hook and then starting with something negative, and then after that I talk about my results. So results build authority, and I like to first start with the negative stuff so that this makes people more likely to read. It's like a hook. So after that, I basically talk about my results, my client results. So this is like a good template for that. I start with something negative like the struggles, and then I like show what I achieved so people can connect the dots and see that like I was where they are right now, and I built my brand, and I got to some place that sorry, I got to some place that they want to go. So it's like building really good authority. And these posts also usually do real well if you especially like to if you especially like have good hooks, good formatting. As you can see, this post has a really good formatting hook, so it also got a lot of views, and a lot of people read it. They maybe joined my email list, so it got like some bookmarks, things like that, which are pretty important. So this is basically the authority post, and my style of authority post is that I like to first start with the negative. So this is my style, and the next kind of post is polarizing posts. I also like to use them a lot. You are basically challenging a common belief and say that like people are always, in this case, like they are glamorizing the business owner lifestyle. Like you are not getting a salary, you are making your own income and you are scaling your business, like you're an entrepreneur, things like that. But at the same time, there are a lot of ups and downs. So right now in this post, for example, I'm challenging that belief, and polarizing posts are really important because every industry leader have strong opinions, and strong opinions are polarizing. And if you are not afraid to go against the grain, people notice this and people think that you are a leader. So these posts also positions you as a leader, so that's why they are really important. And the next type of post is the milestone post. So you can also consider this as an authority post because you are showing your results, but I like to categorize this as milestone posts because these are more specific about your follower milestones and whatever niche you are in, whether you are in fitness, whether you are in like some other niche. I think it's really good to like talk about your social media progress because you are on social media, and on social media everyone's common ground is social media. Like they care about followers, everyone is caring about that, and since you are sharing your journey on social media, whatever niche you are in, like this also both builds out of momentum. As you can see, this post got like 3.5k views and got like a lot of likes, a lot of comments. People are celebrating your wins, which is pretty good, and they are following your social media journey. I'm like talking about social media business, but at the same time, as I said, if you are doing something different, this still builds your authority, and this basically shows that people are following you, you are someone worth following. So this also builds that social proof, which is pretty good. And you can also talk about how fast you are growing. This is also another plus. So people are commenting like, oh, you grew like so fast, you gain like 100 followers a week, which is maybe not that much for some people, but I'm always aiming for quality followers, not just posting like general viral threads to get a lot of followers. So 100 quality followers actually are like a lot. So these are milestone posts. Make sure you leverage them to grow even faster, build momentum and social proof, and show that you are someone worth following. So before going into the next one, if you want my full in-depth guide, you can check out the first link in the description. So and then after that we have the, this is actually one of my best tweets. I gained a few clients with that, and this is my pinned tweet. So this is my personal thread, this with videos, and this is not like some general viral thread where I talk about like this is Steve Jobs, he did this, like this is the like some public figure. So I don't talk about that, I talk about myself. And maybe this post didn't get like 100k views, or maybe this post didn't get like 1 million views, but it's important that I'm talking about myself, and all these people that are viewing these posts, like they basically look at my journey and I talk about my results, a little bit authority. And it's also similar to the authority post. I start with always, not always, but most of the time, something negative to basically build that curiosity. And then I basically talk about my journey. And when you add videos, this actually really amplifies the thread because people are curious when you are talking about something. Like people like to at least spend a few seconds or maybe a few minutes like looking at these videos. And when it comes to the algorithm pushing your thread or tweet, the watch time of the thread is also really important. And when you have the videos, like these videos really boost the watch time, so they are really important. And make sure add these personal videos when you are doing the personal tweets. So if you check out these like responses, like I always get like amazing responses with these personal tweets, and as you can see, this got like almost like 240 bookmarks, which is pretty insane. Like 240 people wanted to like bookmark this to basically look at this later or maybe take inspiration. So this post did really well for me, both in terms of views, both in terms of building my brand, because this is not like some tweet that gets forgotten, but it's actually pinned and everyone sees this, so it's really high leverage, and this also worked really well for me in terms of building my authority and getting clients. So if you have the time and if you want to do this, I would really spend a lot of time creating this personal thread and pinning this in your profile. It's a really high leverage activity. And the next tweet is Platitudes. Like some people really like talk bad about this, but I disagree. If you don't just post platitudes, I think they are a really good opportunity to get a lot of views and build traction and let a lot more people know about your brand. As you can see, these posts are really easy to write and they get a lot of views if you write them well, if you make them controversial. And I really like to have these like comparison platitudes. First, I talk about something and I compare it to something else. These two-liners, I really like them. And as you can see, it got like 300 likes and a lot of people commented under it. But I usually don't care that much about getting clients from platitudes. I just use it to build my brand awareness and let a lot of people know about me. And next thing is, with these posts that got a lot of views, when you plug your newsletter, also a lot of people will see your newsletter. Like this got 150 impressions, and maybe probably like some of them, half of them maybe visited my website. And basically you can get my free guide here that I talked about. So this is basically everything that I know about building and monetizing your personal brand, my proven 12-step system, so you can get it there. And the last and also one of the most important tweet types is that the giveaway. And I don't recommend doing these more than once a month, because giveaways got like very saturated, because at first a lot of people gained a lot of followers with these and everyone started spamming giveaways. But they still work, but not as well as before, but they are still worth doing. So this is one of my older giveaways that got like 200 plus comments. And as you also know, with the giveaways you can build your email list, you can send a message to them and basically say that you can get my free guide with like from this link, and you are basically promoting your email list there. So you are getting a lot of email list subscribers, and also you are getting a lot of views, and you can potentially get a lot of clients if you also plug your offer in your lead magnet. And a bonus point is basically showing a sneak peek of your lead magnet, as like I did here. And as you can see, this is a video, so when people want to see the sneak peek, they are watching the video, and it increases the watch time of the tweet and it boosts it even further. So adding videos here is like a really good plus. And after that, I added some social proof, because people want this if they think that they'll get results from this. So I'm showing the results here. And yeah, this is basically how you can do a giveaway. They still work, so they are still worth doing, but not more than once a month probably. So yeah, and this is all for this video. And if you want my 1 hour free Twitter growth and monetization course, you can check out the video on the screen, and let's see you inside. Bye.